So Avengers Endgame is getting a re-release, which could get it to finally pass Avatar at the box office. Something I predicted way before the Marvel movie was even released. But I'm not here to talk about Endgame, but mostly I want to talk about the hate Avatar has been receiving ever since this box office battle started. Because suddenly, Avatar doesn't matter because it didn't have an impact on pop culture. So it needs to be dethroned by a better movie with a better history and a more impactful event. Which in theory sounds factual and accurate, but in reality it's just completely unfair. And today I'm going to tell you why. But before that, if it's your first time in this channel, consider giving this video a like and click on the subscribe button if you don't find me annoying by the time this video is over. Avatar is a James Cameron's movie that came out in 2009 and it's also the highest grossing film as of today, grossing over 2.78 billion. The movie was a phenomenon. I still remember seeing posters everywhere when the film came out. People rushing to the closest theater to see with their own eyes what was considered the experience of a lifetime. Avatar was a big deal. That's what I'm trying to say. So why are people claiming it didn't leave any sort of impact on pop culture? See, here's the thing. Avatar's achievement was never highlighted as a groundbreaking event that pushes the boundaries of pop culture. Avatar was a visual event, which is why those who missed it in theaters don't get what the fuss was about. Avatar was the first film to utilize the 3D experience properly, matching a film's narrative with the visual experience, making anyone watching it feel like they were part of this virtual world. It was never done before that, and honestly I don't think it was ever done after that, at least not as well as James Cameron did with this movie.
I think the thing that people need to keep very strongly in mind is that this is not an animated film. These actors did not just stand at a lectern and do a voice part, and then animators went off for the next 2 years and created the entire physicality of their performance.
The other achievement about Avatar people seem to ignore is that Avatar is an original story. Titanic was based on true events when it became a phenomenon. There was a background story behind it. It took Marvel 22 movies to even come close to this movie. A single movie not based on a book, a comic book, or true events or anything relevant made almost 3 billion. And you think it's overrated and doesn't deserve to be there? How? Today, even if Endgame passes Avatar as the highest grossing movie ever, it will probably forever remain the highest grossing original movie ever and highest grossing non-sequel. Let's not forget Avatar was released when China wasn't even that big yet. The movie only grossed around 320 million in China, while Endgame made over 600 million there. And even in the United States, Endgame opened in over 1,000 theaters more than Avatar and still hasn't been able to pass it, despite having 22 movies building it up. This shows just how impressive James Cameron is. He planned everything right, how to market the film, when to release it, and how to shape the public perception on the movie. To top the list of highest grossing films, your film needs to be a big event. It needs to be special in some ways. James Cameron knew he could not achieve it through storytelling since there was no background to the film. No one knew anything about the property, so he made it a visual event instead. Something that changed not just how movies are released, made or filmed in a grand scale, but also how the audience watch movies in the theater. The 3D experience went from being a simple gimmick to a true experience that can change your perception on a film. Avatar did that. Yes, the story was nothing special. Yes, you can nitpick the hell out of the movie if you want to. That doesn't make it less spectacular. These arguments would have been justified if Avatar was a truly awful movie, or if it was praised for its storytelling approach, like most overrated movies are. But anyone who is old enough to remember what 2009 was like would know that Avatar was always talked about as a visual experience with a decent story. It didn't leave a mark on pop culture because it never intended to. The movie left its mark on the movie-going experience and left its mark on Hollywood overall. Something else that's truly awful with this Avatar 8 tweets and posts just to prop up Endgame is that some people really take this box office race a bit too seriously. The box office is not wrestling. This is not WWE. You don't have to hate on Avatar because you want Endgame to be on top. You don't get what Avatar is that high on the list and you feel like Endgame deserves to be higher. Fine, that's fine, but I don't know. Praise Endgame, make memes, go see Endgame for the 20th time if you want. That's fine. No one can stop you from enjoying what you like. I didn't get what all the praise for Black Panther was all about, but you won't see me campaign against it on the internet because I wanted something like Spider-Verse to get all the attention instead. Because again, the box office is not wrestling. Support the movies you like by going to see them in theaters. Talk to your friends about them. Buy them on Blu-ray or something. But don't go after one movie's success because you wanted your favorite movie to make that money instead. It's stupid. So what's my point? My point is that Avengers Endgame is probably going to pass Avatar at the box office, and honestly, I couldn't care less. Because it will be well deserved and all the money goes to Disney, who owns both anyway. So really, it changes nothing to my life and it changes nothing to yours. Endgame passing Avatar will not erase its accomplishments, just like Avatar did not erase Titanic. Titanic didn't erase Star Wars. Star Wars didn't erase Jaws, and so on. Celebrate Endgame's success, praise Marvel endlessly, go watch the re-released non-extended version of the movie again and again while watching Spider-Man Far From Home and Captain Marvel back to back all weekend. Do what you have to do, but please,
Only the Avatar could stop them.
You have to get past the Avengers and Marvel shit at some point, okay? Other people make movies.